I was kind of busy. I didn't have time to make video at the library. I'll make a little question and answer out of this. Have I ever attempted? Have I ever attempted to study, not to become a doctor, but have I ever attempted to try it? About 15 years ago, my aunt was going through her storage. Now, my uncle, her husband, passed away in 1995. This is probably around 2002, 2003, somewhere. Maybe the Y2K, maybe around 2000. Anyway, it's been some years ago. She was going through her storage, which was inside the house. We come along a Mayo medical book, and she told me, she said Lester, my uncle, her husband, Lester had bought this at a yard sale. And if, in case you, I don't know if your local library has a Mayo medical book. In case you've never seen one, they're huge. They weigh about 35 pounds. They're about 7,000 pages. About a foot thick. I said, can I, now then I had dial-up internet. I said, can I set this by my laptop and when I get time to study or read it? She said, sure. It just sat here in the storage. And for several months, off and on, I read or studied it. Like, they come to the chapter of bleeding. That's like 200 pages of bleeding. It had everything. If I would have studied that whole book, I could have probably went to pass the bar exam and became a licensed doctor or physician. In front of it's like endorsed by like 30 doctors, MD. It was endorsed by many a doctor, physicians. But yeah, I studied off and on probably 5, 6, 7 months. And especially, late at night, maybe when I was on the internet, got off and just read it. Sometimes I'd read it for an hour, study it, sometimes 10 minutes. But overall, what was funny about it, it kind of was interesting. You think of it being hard. Yes and a no, which surprised me. Yeah, it kind of surprised me how interesting it was to study like a doctor. I didn't find it what you all call hard. It was to a point. Now, some of it was, but it kind of surprised me.